I don't know when, but Sunday I have a class here in the East Bangalore side in Whitefield.
Okay.
Saturday, not yet planned anything, but we will see if you would like to have some Muslim Katha to sit together and study. Last weekend we had a nice 2 days Muslim
Yes.
Katha in a retreat in that form.
Yes.
So we can do for me Saturday, Sunday, Monday, both 3 days are holidays. Sunday will be busy. All of us are busy with the Muslim Jayanti. Monday I may be going to be outside of Bangalore, not yet confirmed, but mostly.
Just let me know, Prabhu, when you're free. I'm waiting
Saturday,
something.
Saturday we can see if we can plan something.
Okay.
Or
Sure.
Friday also is good. Friday, tomorrow is Friday, no?
Yes, tomorrow is
Tomorrow
Friday.
evening or something. If we can plan.
Okay.
I'll see how things go.
Yeah, I'll message you. We'll talk.
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay. Hare Krishna. So thank you all devotees joining for Nityam Bhagavad Sevaya. We are very, very fortunate to have His Grace Kalachakra Krishna Prabhu. Yeah, we know he is person Bhagavata. He is known for Bhagavad Katha, and especially today, we are going to discuss about Lord Narasimha pastime as Narasimha's appearance day. So we're going to hear from Prabhu. And I was really amazed the topic given, Stambha Dimba, baby from the pillar. That's a kind of a wonderful topics given. So over to you, Prabhu. Please enlighten us. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu, that sounds very rhythmic, no? Stambha means pillar, Dimba means baby.
Yeah,
The baby of the pillar.
true. Yes, Prabhu. Go ahead. You want me to share anything? Please let me know. Otherwise,
Yeah, I mean, devotees can have their books with them. That's good enough. I may refer to some shlokas from the seventh canto, which as we go along, we can refer them. So I'll start up with the Mangalachan prayers.
yes, Prabhu. Go ahead. Yeah, please.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Narachaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Nashtaprayesha Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavat Sevaya Bhagavate Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadam Vandeham Shri Guroho Shri Yutapad Shri Gurun Vaishnavansya Shri Rupam Sattvajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijanasahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitam He Krishna Karuna Sindho Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastate Bhakta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusuते Devi Pranamami Haripriya Panchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyev च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे मुखं करोतु वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपा तमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं श्रीपरमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्यमहेश्वरम् नमस्ते सारस्वती
Please let me know which sloka, Prabhu, so that I can share.
So we'll be going through a few verses in the seventh canto.
Yeah.
I will
Which
tell you,
chapter?
Prabhu, which chapter and verse I will tell you.
Okay, sure.
To begin with, just we'll chant a few prayers of Nrsimhadev.
Okay.
Shri Nrsimha, Jai Nrsimha, Jai Jai Shri Nrsimha, Prahlādesha Jaya Padmamukha Padmabhringam, Ugram Veeram Mahavishwam Jalantam Sarvatomukham नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्यो नमाम्यहम् त्रयीवेष्टपूर्वयः नृसिंहरूपं कृत्वा भ्रमत्रुकुटिदंष्टकरालवक्त्रं दैत्येन्द्रमाशुपदयाभिपतन्तमारात् पूरौ निपात्य विदधारणकैः स्फुरन्तम् वागीशयस्य वदने लक्ष्मीयस्य च वक्षसि यस्यास्ति हृदये संवित्तं नृसिंहमहं भजे गर्जन्तं गात्रयन्तं जपजपटलं स्फोटयन्तं हतन्तं रूप्यन्तं दापयन्तं दिवि भुवि क्षेपयन्तं क्षिपन्तं क्रन्दन्तं रोषयन्तं दिवि दिशि सततं संहरन्तं वहन्तं वीक्षन्तं पूर्णयन्तं कर्णिकर्षतैर्दिव्यसिंहं नमामि दिव्यसिंहं नमामि दिव्यसिंहं नमामि ॐ नमो भगवते सिंहाय नमस्तेजस्तेजसे आविराविर्भव वज्रनख वज्रदंश कर्माशयान् रन्दय रन्दय तमो ग्रस ॐ स्वाहा अभयम् अभयमात्मनि भूयिष्ठा ॐ अस्ते अस्तु विश्वस्य फलप्रसीदतां ध्यायन्तु भूतानि शुभमृतो धिया मनश्च भद्रं भजतानिदेक्षजे आवेश्यतां नो मतिरप्यहो Hare Krishna Prabhu Smataji, thank you so much for this amazing opportunity to meditate on and discuss about the glorious pastimes and Leela of Lord Nrsimhadev. Nrsimhadev, as we all know, is an amazing form of the Lord, uh, totally um, unheard of and unseen before. And he revealed his Bhakta Vatsalya nature and many more qualities, transcendental qualities in that pastime. In the form of Nrsimhadev, right? Narahari form. So he is very dear to all the devotees because he is the Lord that who protects our bhakti and removes all the obstacles that come in the way for bhakti. That is one way of understanding our Nrsimhadev. But he is so loving to his devotees, that is something which is not very easily, not very frequently meditated upon. Actually, this title is a very nice thing, Stambha Dimba, that I told Sankarshan Prabhu that let's give this title because there is a beautiful verse in the Narsimha Navaratna Malika. It goes like this. Mangalam Stambha Dimbaya, Mangalam Mrityu Mrityave, Mangalam Raudra Rupaya, Sri Narsimhaya Mangalam. So this specifically, this particular verse is starts with Mangalam Stambha Dimbaya. One other important thing that we have to note here is that always Lord Nrsimhadev is associated with Mangalam and Bhadram, right? Nrsimham Bhishanam Bhadram, Mrityu Namamaham. Then we have Mangalam, like Mangalam Sambhadimbaya. So actually the Lord, when you see the form of the Lord, it's not so much Mangalam. If you see, is actually came to kill Hiranyakashipu. Unlike how you see Krishna, Krishna can kill Shishupala without spilling a drop of blood. He can sever the head from the body of Shishupala without a drop of blood falling onto the ground. And he can easily, break people without a drop of blood. But then Nrsimhadev is really ferocious. If you even meditating on that form with mane filled with blood dropping, and then putting the garland of intestine, Antaras Raja, is called Antaramali. We have Krishna's name is Vanamali, but Nrsimhadev's name is Antaramali. Antar means intestine, right? So he is wearing that intestine, and then his nails are filled with, tearing the Hiranyakashipu's body. Everything about this from a mundane point of view, if you see, it is actually inauspicious. Right? You don't like when somebody is being killed in a gory form, right? And after that, also, is like so much anger and everything. But from Krishna's transcendental platform, everything is Mangala. Why? Because he is not doing it for his own pleasure, his own benefit. He is doing it for to protect the devotees. He is doing it to show how much Bhakta Vatsalyata that he has. So this verse is beautiful. Mangalam Stambha Dimbaya. Stambha Dimbaya, baby of the pillar. Now, why is called the baby of the pillar? If you see, the Lord's Bhaktavatsalata is very pronounced in this particular form, which is very intensely revealed. Because the Lord was waiting in all the pillars to see when Hiranyakashipu was asking, where is your Lord? Is he in the pillar? Because he knows that pillar was built by him. There is no way anybody can enter into that pillar after it is built. So that was his mundane way of understanding. But the Lord normally could have come by being born to our mother and father, and like how he is doing it in the other forms, Lord Rama, Lord Krishna, Lord Balrama, and so on. Lord Parshurama, and so on, right? Vamandev also. But here in the Nrsimhadev form, he was so intensely eager to protect his devotee, so that out of his Bhakta Vatsalya nature, he was ready to give the motherhood even to a inanimate object, inanimate entity like the pillar. Pillar is an inanimate entity, insentient. It doesn't have any consciousness. It is just like made of just mud and sand and whatnot. Hmm? But even to that entity, object, he was willing to give the motherhood. That's why it's called Stambha Dimba, baby of pillar. We normally, life comes from life. So if somebody says that, oh, you're a human being, but you're born from elephant's body or dog's body, like that, we will feel very, what do you call, menial. Right? We will feel very ashamed. How can it happen? Uh, but Krishna doesn't have such also such ahankar and other things, right? So he is willing to give the motherhood even to the an inanimate object like pillar, so in order to protect his devotees. That is why it's called Stambha Dimba. And Mangalam Stambha Dimbaya, Mangalam Mrityu Mrityava. He is the feared by the death. He is the death for the death also, death personified also. And then Mangalam Raudra Upaya is really fierce in his form. And then Sri Narsimhaya Mangalam. Fully everything about Lord Nrsimhadev is Mangalam. That is why, because of his pure love for his devotees, Nrsimhadev is always associated with the word Mangalam and Bhadram. Narsimham Vishanam Bhadram. So that is a very beautiful verse this is, and I thought it's a very nice thing to meditate on. So the translation is like this: all auspiciousness to Bhagavan Sri Nrsimha, who is the beloved baby of the pillar. All auspiciousness to one who is the death of the death, one who is of a fierce form. And the if you see, the thing is, even if you, one more important point, if you see that Prahlad Maharaj never prayed for the Lord to appear from the pillar. He just said he is present everywhere. And Hiranyakashipu was also asking, is he everywhere? Is he in the pillar? He was asking like that. He is present everywhere. Sarva Vyapi he is. But by his unlimited mercy, to protect the Prahlad Maharaj's words, Satyam Vidatum Nijabritya Bhashitum, we have that verse, no? And he wanted to prove the words of his devotee right. And that is why he didn't even mind where he is, because Hiranyakashipu could have hit anywhere. He could have put the ceiling, he could have hit the floor, but everywhere he was present. Sarva Vyapi. right? So that is the most amazing thing about Lord Nrsimhadev's incarnation, that he just simply wanted to protect the body, the mind, and words of his pure devotee, and so that everyone else will be also convinced about the Lord's protection and the pure devotion of Prahlad, right? So this is something which is amazing to know. And uh, with that verse, what I was thinking is that I was just looking at this point that the Lord Nrsimhadev could have appeared mm, from anywhere, right? That we discussed, and but he could appear for any time also. But in order to make the Lord appear, in order to make the Lord manifest, we need to have the pure devotion like Bhakta Prahlad Maharaj. It was the pure devotion of Prahlad Maharaj that forced Lord Nrsimhadev to appear in that form, in that place. Otherwise, it was very simple for the Lord to kill Hiranyakashipu. He would have had to simply say, why Bhagavan, you stop this thing in his body for some time, for a few minutes, and he is gone, right? He was thinking that I am controlling everything, etc. Hiranyakashipu. But the Lord could have easily told that, but he didn't. He wanted to show the world how pure is Prahlad Maharaj's devotion. That's why he came to protect Prahlad Maharaj, right? So that's why we need to, in order for the Lord to appear, for us, not to, for the Lord to appear in whatever form it is. We need to exhibit that pure devotion. What is that verse? Tesham satatayuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhiyam. When we are satatayukta and we do bhajan priti purvakam, then Krishna will appear. Krishna will inspire us in the form of his bhakti, right? And the one thing that I was thinking is that because we are talking about Prahlad Maharaj's purity of devotion, there are a few verses in 7th canto, 4th chapter, which beautifully reveals the transcendental qualities of Prahlad Maharaj. Here, Narad Muni is talking to Yudhishthira Maharaj. If you see, 7th canto, 4th chapter. Prabhuji, if you want, you can share the Veda-based verses. It's something really beautiful from verse number 7, 4, 25 onwards. 25, 26 is a double verse. From there, we can start reading. If you want to share the screen, or if devotees have their books with you, you can take that place.
You want me to share,
Because
Prabhu?
before 7, 4, 25, 26. This is one of the best verses in our entire the 7th canto. I was discussing this verse a bit at length with my spiritual master, Sunas Maharaj. He said this verse has so much depth that he did an entire world tour with just this verse only. Everywhere he was giving class on this verse. I will recite this verse because what's happening now is Narad Muni is describing the situation, like how Hiranyakashipu got the bones from Brahma, and he came back and he tortured. He brought all the devatas under his control, and he started controlling or ruling all the three worlds. At this time, Prahlad is very just born, right? So the devatas were completely bewildered what to do. So they at that time they go to the Lord in the Kshirosagar ocean, and they are praying to him for protection. They are offering their prayers and they are saying that, please, Lord, you protect us from this Hiranyakashipu's torture. How he is tormenting all of us. So, Sadeshwar Prabhu, is there anything that you must looks like you message?
Yeah. Yes,
Yes.
Prabhu?
Did you message me? It was a little
No, no,
earlier.
no,
No?
no, no, no. That's
Okay.
regarding, no, it's okay.
So
Not
this
about.
verse will try to see how one should force or how can one force the Lord to appear? What actually makes the Lord to manifest? Mhm. So these Devatas, they go and pray to the Lord, yeah, along with the support of Lord Brahma. At that time, it's only the voice of the Lord appears in the from the sky, because the Lord doesn't reveal Himself to mixed devotions, right? So Devatas are more concerned about their positions, and their more about their place and their facilities and so on, like Sarpalaka and all that. So when they go to pray to the Lord is actually responding through the Ashariri, Akashvani, right? So it's a beautiful word this is. Ma bahishta vibudha shreshta sarvesham bhadramastuvaha maddarshanam hi bhutanam sarvashreyopapattaye yatam yetasya dauratyam daiteyapasadasya cha daiteyapasadasya yat tasya shantim karishyami kalam tavat pratikshata. Amazing verses, you know. What Lord is saying is, Ma Vaishna Vibhuda Shrestha. Vibhuda Shrestha, all best of the learned persons. You offer such amazing like prayers filled with transcendental intelligence. You are all best of the intelligent people. Sarvesham Bhadramastuaha. First thing tells us, okay, all good fortune to you. Nice, okay, the Lord is giving us Bhadram, everything is fine. Then he says, Maddarshanam hi bhutanam sarva shreyopapattaye. Then he's saying that Maddarshanam hi bhutanam. Maddarshanam, seeing of me. Now, the interesting thing here is the Lord is not revealing himself. He's not giving his darshan to the Devatas. He's only speaking, right? But what the Prabhupada is revealing so beautifully in this word-to-word meaning is that the seeing of me, or offering of prayers to me, or hearing about me, all of which are absolute. This is the magic of Prabhupada. Here, the Lord is telling the Devdas that you have already seen me because you are offering prayers from the core of your heart. You are loving, you are offering these prayers to me. So that offering of prayers or hearing about me, everything is actually equal to seeing me in person. That is what is the beauty of this word, Maddarshanam hi bhutanam. It is about, it is true for all the living entities. And not only that, it is you are praying and you are getting the benediction. If you see, Sarva Shreya means by one person offering prayers to me, all the living entities will get the benediction. This is the verdict of the Lord. Sarva Shreyopapattaye. He's saying by your offering of prayers, you may be worried about your work, your job, your position, your place, etc., your properties, etc. But even though you are like that, because you are offering prayers to me sincerely, this will give, it will award benedictions to all the living entities. And that the Lord tells already, before even coming as missing upon platform, because that's the form. After so many millions and millions of years, we are still taking shelter of Lord Nrsimhadev, and anybody who takes shelter of Lord Nrsimhadev is protected to the core. There is no problem at all. Whatever problem is there, it has to run away in fear of Lord. That is why there are so many different forms of the Lord, Radha Krishna, Jagannath, Subhra, and all that. We all worship them for pure bhakti. But Lord Nrsimhadev protects our pure bhakti. During this, Bhaktivinoda Thakur says that we should pray to Lord Nrsimhadev to protect our bhakti to Shri Radha and Krishna. It's composed a bhajan, beautiful bhajan on Lord Nrsimhadev on this in this exam. So he's saying, in the first words, he says this. He says, become my devotees by hearing and chanting about me. The translation is so beautiful. The voice of the Lord vibrated as follows. O best of learned persons, do not fear. First thing the Lord does is do not fear. Like Sarvadharman Parityaja, Mam Ekam Sharanam Raja, Aham Tam Sarvadharman Papadu, Moksha Shadu, Mahasya Chakra. Do not fear. I wish all good fortune to you. Become my devotees by hearing and chanting about me and offering me prayers. For these are certainly meant to award benedictions to all living entities. And now he is telling so beautifully, Jnatam etasya dauratmyam, daiteya pasadasya yat. Means, I know already, you don't have to come all the way and complain about Hiranyakashipu. I already know what he is doing. Then the natural question is, Krishna, you know already my problem, then why don't you come and solve it? And he says, no. That's not possible. I won't come according to your will. I will come according to my will. Tasya shantim karishyami kalam tavat pratikshata. What he is saying is, I know all about the activities of Hiranyakashipu and surely stop them very soon. Kalam tavat pratikshata. Please wait patiently until then. So actually, the Lord is telling the subsequent words also, if you see, when Hiranyakashipu teaches the great devotee Prahlad, his own son who is peaceful and sober and who is no enemy, I shall kill Hiranyakashipu immediately, despite the benedictions of Brahma. So Brahma's benedictions are of no use if Lord decides to kill Rake Krishna, Mare Krishna Rake, right? So question comes with Krishna, if you know about all the activities of Hiranyakashipu, why are you not stopping it? He says, no. Because you all have come with mixed devotion, I cannot come and I cannot come and help you to regain your Sarvaloka and all that. This will be a side effect of my killing Hiranyakashipu when he teases Prahlad Maharaj, who is my pure devotee, peaceful and sober, and who has no enemy. You people have enemy, but Prahlad doesn't have enemies. So the Lord categorically says that when we develop the devotional qualities like these shlokas, that these qualities that the Lord Himself is revealing, right? Who is Mahatma, who is Prashanta, Nirvairaya Prashantaya, Swasutaya Mahatmane. Swasutaya means his own, Swasutaya means his own son. Hiranyakashipu was his own son. Nirvairaya Prashantaya. These two words, qualities are what the Lord is telling. So you people are having Vairam. You are always fighting with demons. And you are not Prashanta also. You are disturbed and agitated. So the main criteria to make the Lord, force the Lord to manifest is to be Nirvaira and Prashanta. No Vairam, be free of envy, be free of enmity to anybody, and be completely peaceful and shanta. Tasya shantim karishyami. I will make you to clean for you. I'll make it shanti. I bring shanti in your life. But you have to wait. Tasya kalam tavat udikata. This is the beauty. He says, I am not going to come now. Even though you have prayed, I will come whenever that happens. Until that time, you wait. Don't be in a hurry. And the purport Prabhupada reveals something really, really beautiful regarding this Mad Darshan. And I want to highlight this because for us, this is the most powerful means of approaching the Lord. How do you take darshan of the Lord? The darshan of the Lord is as soon as we offer prayers to the Lord, as soon as we hear about the Lord, this is darshan. Now we are doing Shravanam and Kirtanam. This is actually darshanam of the Lord. You see, I will read it for you. This particular section in this purport, right? Because, see, Prabhupada is highlighting in Bhakti, there are 9 different activities, and then he quotes Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, and etc., all the Manivedanam. Because all these devotional activities are absolute, there is no fundamental difference between worshipping the deity in the temple, seeing him, and chanting his glories. Indeed, all of these are ways of seeing him. For everything done in devotional service, it's a means of direct contact with the Lord. It's a means of direct contact with the Lord. This is very, very important point. We should never discriminate between one service and the other. Somebody is giving class is in no way, somebody is hearing the class is in no way inferior to the person who is giving class. Both of them are doing Shravanam and Kirtanam, right? So it's such a beautiful thing that in these seeing chanting of goals. Indeed, all of these are ways of seeing Him. For everything done in devotional service, some means of direct contact with the Lord. Direct contact is a very key point. We don't have to. Direct contact means you are personally experiencing it. Yeah, we don't have to say that someone else has to come and tell me that you experience it only then I have. No, personally we are experiencing it. The vibration of the Lord's voice appeared in the presence of all the devotees. The vibration, the Ashariri, the vibration, the Vakashwani, that is, it is appeared in the presence of all the devotees. And although the person vibrating the sound was unseen to them, this is where Prabhupada's magic is. Although the person vibrating the sound was unseen to them, they were meeting or seeing the Lord because they were offering prayers and because the vibration of the Lord was present. This is the point. There is a mutual interaction. There is an offering of prayers is there. Then the Lord is reciprocating by giving them this message, right? So this is the most important thing that we should understand from the qualities of Prahlad Maharaj. He was always seeing the Lord because he was always offering prayers to the Lord. He was always remembering the Lord. So any of these process in which we are always absorbing ourselves in means we are constantly in touch with the Lord. We are constantly meeting or seeing the Lord. Then where is the question of Krishna is not revealing himself to me, Krishna is not answering me, etc., etc. Because they were offering prayers, one, because the vibration of the Lord was present. The moment the offering of prayers is there, vibration of the Lord will be present. This is the most important, beautiful point. And further Prabhupada says, contrary to the laws of the material world, there is no difference between seeing the Lord, offering prayers, and hearing the transcendental vibration. Pure devotees, therefore, are fully satisfied by glorifying the Lord. This is a beautiful line. We just simply glorify the Lord and don't look for Krishna, you are pleased with me or not, I don't know. No, the moment we offer the prayers of the prayers glorifying the Lord, we without any expectations when we do, we are automatically we will be pleased because the Lord is pleased. We cannot be pleased without the Lord being pleased. So the Yasmin Tushta Jagat Pushtam. So this is again Prabhupada is highlighting the next time, performing Kirtana and hearing the vibration of the sound Hare Krishna is actually seeing the Supreme Personality of Godhead directly. One must realize this position and then one will be able to understand the absolute nature of the Lord's activities. This is the idea of the secret of understanding the Dharma Karma Samay Devyam Yovam Yevam Yoveti Tattva, right? We will be able to understand the absolute nature of the Lord's karma, janma, everything. All of them are transcendental, divyam. The moment you do that, janma karma chame divyam evam yoveti tattvatah, in tattva if he understands it as it is, after giving up this body, he is not going to come back here. He's going to be with me. This is a secret, right? So this is what the Lord says. And then the next verse number 27, let's go further. यदा देवेषु वेदेषु गोषु विप्रेषु साधुषु धर्मे मयि च विद्वेषः स वा आशु विनश्यति. Can somebody read this translation? I just don't want to read everything else about the devotees and the really nice.
Translation. When one is envious of the demigods who represent the Supreme Personality of Godhead of the Vedas, which give all knowledge of the cows, Brahmanas, Vaishnavas, and religious principles, and ultimately of me, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he and his civilization will be vanquished without delay. Hare Krishna.
So this is what happens in the case of Hiranyakashipu, right? He was controlling everybody. That's fine, but then the Lord Nrsimhadev says the next verse. These are the four verses that the Lord speaks. The next one, nearby. This is the verse I told you that how Lord Himself reveals the great transcendental qualities of Prahlad Maharaj here. Nirvairaya prashantaya swasutaya mahatmane प्रह्लादाय यदा दृह्ये धनिष्येऽपि वरोर्जितम्. Can somebody read this translation, please?
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Good. Yeah.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. When Hiranyakashipu teases the great devotee Prahlada, his own son, who is peaceful and sober and who has no enemy, I shall kill Hiranyakashipu immediately, despite the benedictions of Brahma. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Beautiful, huh? Thank you. So now this Nirvairaya Prashantaya Swasutaya Mahatmane. He's a Mahatma also. He's a great devotee. He's Nirvaira and he's Prashanta and he's a Mahatma. All these three beautiful qualities that the Lord himself is revealing about as pure devotee. Right? And he has not grown up. He is still in his beginning, maybe just born or whatever. Because after this chapter only, 5-year-old boy, Hiranyakashipu will call him over and all that. Right? But the beauty here is the Lord is telling, despite the benedictions of Brahma. See the beauty here. Hiranyakashipu got benediction not from an ordinary person, from Lord Brahma himself, who is the creator of this material world, the universe. But still, with all the benedictions that he got, the Lord still killed him. Why? Because he disturbed the pure devotee Prahlad. So anything happens to Prahlad, if he's pure devotee, the Lord cannot tolerate. So even if he has got the best of benedictions from best of people, still it will not work. There is a beautiful verse in 10:4:46, I think. Ayush Shriyo Yasho Dharmam Lokanashisha Evacha Lokanashisha Evacha Pusa Mahadatika Pusa Mahadatikrama. What is that? Ayush Shriyo Yasho Dharmam Lokanashisha Evacha Anti Shreyams Sarvani 10:4:46. Anti Shreyamsi Sarvani Pusam Mahadatikrama. This is the word Prabhupada is quoting in the purport. If you see, one's longevity, opulence, beauty, education, and whatever else one may possess as a result of pious activities cannot protect one if one commits an offense at the lotus feet of a Vaishnava. Despite whatever one possesses, if one offends the lotus feet of a Vaishnava, he will be vanquished. This is a verse that Prabhupada quotes here. Ayush, Shriya, Yasha, Dharma, Lokan Ashishayavacha. All the big people, everybody will all, they will all give the Ashi. He will have all the best time running. But then if he is committing Vaishnava Aparada, then Hanti Shirayamsi Sarvani. Everything will get immediately destroyed. So some Mahadatikrama when we are offending great personalities. That's why we should be very careful with this. Hiranyakashipu was doing this, right? But Mahadatikrama here, Purusa Mahadatikrama here, Prabhupada, Krishna is considering only his offense to Prahlada's Mahadatikrama. He doesn't consider the Devatas and others think as because they were both of them were fighting with each other. They are both have envy to each other. But Prahlad was never envious of anybody, right? So that is why this after saying this, the Lord sends some off. Now Narada Muni is speaking about the beautiful qualities. We will have to move to verse number 31, 32. From here is where Prahlad Maharaj's beautiful qualities are revealed. It is very important to meditate on Prahlad's qualities because we may ask for protection from Lord Nrsimhadev, but at the same time we should also understand that from these verses how even Devatas, the Lord is not willing to come and help immediately. He says, only when Prahlad is disturbed, I will come. Not when you are disturbed, I will not come. Which means such great personalities as Devatas also is not willing to give protection immediately. But in that case, what is our situation, right? So the only way we can seek the Lord's protection is by somehow or other following the footsteps of the great Mahajanas like Narad Muni, Prahlad Maharaj, etc. Right? So we will go to this verse where Prahlad Maharaj's beautiful transcendent qualities are revealed by Narad Muni. So verse number 31, 32, it reveals so beautifully. ब्रह्मण्यशील संपन्नः सत्यसन्धो जितेन्द्रियः आत्मवत्सर्वभूतानाम् एकप्रिय सुहृत्तमः दाशवत्सन्नतार्याङ्घ्रिः पितृवद्दीनवत्सलः भ्रातृवत्सदृशे स्निग्धो पुरुष्वीश्वर भावनः विद्यात्तरूप जन्माढ्यो मानस्तंभ विवर्जितः. Beautiful verse. Anybody wants to read this translation?
Shall I read, Prabhu? Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji.
Translation by Srila Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. The qualities of Maharaja Prahalada, the son of Hiranyakashipu, are described herewith. He was completely cultured as a qualified Brahmana, having very
Okay,
good.
so we'll go one by one. Let's not rush, Mataji. Let's go one by one from the verse. The words are there. You will see each one of them how Prabhupada is nicely translating. The first thing is he is completely cultured as a qualified Brahmana, Brahmanya. Brahmanya. Then the next is what, Mataji? Translation.
He was completely cultured as a qualified Brahmana, having very good character and being determined to understand the absolute truth.
Hold on. Now, having very good character, which word in the verse is referring to this? Shila Sampanna. Shila Sampanna is possessing all good qualities. Then having a very good character. Next is being
determined to understand the absolute truth.
Which word, Sanskrit word is referring to? Satyasandha. Determined to understand the absolute truth. At any cost, I am willing to give up my life also, but I am determined to perform devotional service to understand the absolute truth. That is a Satyasandha. Next.
Next, he had full control of his senses and mind.
That is Jita Indriya. Jita Indriya means fully controlling the senses and the mind. Now the next one.
Like the super soul, he was kind to every living entity, and he was the best friend of everyone.
Now you equate this thing from the word to word meaning.
Dina Vatsalaha.
No. Which one is it? Jitandriyaha Atmavat Sarva Bhutanam Eka Priya Suhrutamaha. These four, like the super soul, they're very, very important to meditate on these qualities. If you combine the translation with the Sanskrit words, no, it will more strongly get imprinted in our. Satyasandha is what? Determined to understand the absolute truth. Next to these four things are there. Jitendriya, Atmavat Sarva Bhutanam Eka Priya Suhrutamaha. This whole thing he has put in that one quality. What is that? Like the super soul. Atmavat Sarva Bhutanam. The Paramatma is so loving, so kind to all the living entities. Even when they don't care for Paramatma, still he is giving them the mercy, right? Without Paramatma sitting in the heart, how will a living entity live? An atheist or a demon or anybody, even it's in the heart of Hiranyakashipu also the Lord is living. And he is kindly giving him the intelligence to speak all our nonsense and everything that he has to speak. Right? So, Ekapriya, the one beloved person. If you, there may be so many beloved person, right? But the one person is one who is nobody can equal to Paramatma, isn't it? Because all others will leave us and go when we are leaving our body or when we are really down or whatever. But the Paramatma will never leave. The only time he will leave is when the last trace of karma to be extinguished in this body, expanded in this body. When that is removed, only then the Lord will leave. Until then, he will be there. Why? And that is why he is very beloved. Beloved is not someone whom I love. Is called beloved. Beloved means irrespective of whether I love the other person, love him or not, he will love me. without any expectations. That is what Ekapriya. And the best friend, Suhritama, Atmavat Sarvabhutanam Ekapriya Suhritama. So he was loving to even those who didn't care for him, who were inimical to him, even to the one Hiranyakashipu who was so much hating Prahlad's devotion and were willing to kill him, all these things. Once Lord Nrsimhadev came to kill him, he was asking for praying to the Lord to deliver him and forgive his mistakes. Not only that, throughout the process also, when he was tortured in all forms and ways, which we all know, he still did not have even a tinge of envy or enmity or trace of hatred towards Hiranyakashipu, his father. Right? Who can get a father like Hiranyakashipu with so much hatred towards Lord Krishna? Not only that, irrespective of whether you are my son or not, doesn't matter. If you are going to worship Lord Vishnu, I'm going to kill you. That kind of adamancy is there. Adamant demon is. But still, Prahlad showed that if you are adamant in your demoniac thing, I am adamant in my devotion, in my pure devotion. So let's see what wins. Whose side wins, right? So that is why this beautiful verse, Atmavat Sarvabhutanam Ekapriya Suhritama. Only a pure devotee can be a Ekapriya, because he is the one who is Suhrita. Beautiful qualities. You see, we have to meditate on these qualities. Even if we are not able to imbibe them, it's okay. I mean, eventually we will end up imbibing, but constantly meditating on Prahlad Maharaj's qualities is very important. Yes, Nrsimhadev came, protected Prahlad Maharaj, killed Hiranyakashipu, do Nrsimha Jayanti, fine. But then after 100 or 50, 60, Nrsimha Chaturdasi, which you may be doing once every year, Krishna will be asking, okay, is there any trace of Prahlad's qualities in you? Then I can do something about it for you. But if you don't have, you're not cultivated these qualities, even the trace of those qualities, there's no point. It becomes all superficial, right? That's the most important point. Now let's go to the next one. So what is the next one? To respect a person.
Full control of his son. Like the super soul, he was to respect the persons. He acted exactly like a menial servant.
Now
poor,
what is it? What is that Sanskrit equivalent?
Dasavat.
Dasavat.
Dasavat Sannata Arya Angrihi. Dasavat Sannata Arya Angrihi. At the lotus feet of great persons, he was a menial servant and he was always obedient, always Sannata. See how beautiful these Sanskrit words are. Always obedient to them. To respectable persons, he acted like a menial servant. Okay, next quality.
He respectable. To the poor, he was like a father.
Which is the thing, Pitravat Deenavatsala. To the poor, he was like a father. If you remember, Narad Muni advised the same instruction to Dhruva Maharaj. Gunadikan Mudam Lipset, Anukrosham Gunadamat, Maitrim Savana Danvichen, Natapir Adipuyate. Those who are in low, suffering, lower level, you be kind to them, compassionate. Gunadikan Mudam Lipset, they are greater than you, you be joyful upon seeing them grow and progress and serve them. And those who are equal to you, Maitrim Samana Danvichen, become Maitra, become friends with them. This is the best way to avoid the three tapas. And that's the same thing Prahlad Maharaj is doing too. Why? Because all of this, the credit goes to Narad Muni for giving him all this transcendental knowledge and cultivating him right when he was in the womb itself. That is the purity of Narad Muni's training. Okay. Pitravat Deenavat Salaka. Then
to his equals, he was attached, like a sympathetic brother.
So what is that now? Bhratravat Sadrishe. Right? Bhratravat Sadrishe Snigdaha. Bhratravat Sadrishe Snigdaha. Snigdaha means very soft and kind and loving. So anybody who is equal to him, Sadrishe, he is exactly like a brother, hugging, talking to them nicely, joyfully, all that.
With
Being very
Pandavas and
happy.
Arjuna.
You see? Huh?
With Pandavas and Arjuna, he was there.
Yeah, like how Pandavas and Arjuna, like that. Not only Pandavas, Arjuna. For him, anybody who is equal to him in age or whatever it is, he would was like brother to them, nicely talking to them and very lovingly talking to them. Anytime, brother means anytime you can go and talk, go and take help from them. There is no hesitation there. Whenever you have a kind-hearted brother, you don't need to ask for appointment to go and meet them. Anytime you can go and ask for. Even if there is some little misunderstanding, still you can go and get it from them. Right? So that is why Pratruvat Sadrishe Snigdaha. We have to list down all these qualities in one book. And then what's the next one? He considered his teachers, spiritual masters, and older brothers to be as good as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Right? Here actually, Gurushu Ishwar Bhavanaha, the spiritual masters, he considered them exactly as the Supreme Lord himself. That is how one should sakshat haritvena samasta shastra, right? But Prabhupada is expanding this so beautifully that teachers, spiritual masters, and older Godfathers to be as good as the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself. How nice it is. Then what is the next one? He was completely free from unnatural pride that might have arisen from his good education, riches, beauty, aristocracy, and so on. This is the final thing. This is the most important quality. You may have all other qualities, but if you are not free of pride, then all these qualities is not going to make any sense. I may be very good Suhritama, but I will be proud that I am Suhritama. I will be very good, very snigdha and Sadhushe, very loving with my brothers and others, friends and all that. But if I'm proud of that, then it is all gone. That is why beautifully it is nicely given that vidya artha rupa janma adyaha mana stambha vivarjitaha, completely free from mana and stambha. Stambha means impudence, like how Indra offended Brihaspati. Brihaspati was coming to the thing is Darbha, and Indra was saying, "What this man is coming every day? Why should I garland him, wash his feet?" And wantedly, after knowing that he has come, he ignored and neglected him. That was the cause of his greatest fall. Right? So, this is a very important point to note. Vidya Artha Rupa Janma Adyaha Manastambha Vivarjitaha. Right? He was completely free from unnatural pride that might have arisen from his good education, riches, beauty, aristocracy, and so on. He's a son of the king. What to speak of? All the three worlds are under the control of his father. Some pride can come there. But he didn't even a trace, a pinch of pride was not there in him. That's the beauty. Right? Okay. And we'll go to the next verse. This next couple of verses where so beautifully his qualities are mentioned. Or if you want, we can read only one more verse. There are a few more verses that talks about qualities of transcendental qualities of Prahlad Maharaj. In this chapter, so beautifully, this fourth chapter, the qualities of Hiranyakashipu and the qualities of Prahlad both are nicely delineated, very nicely. So there are a few more verses, very beautiful, that reveals even deeper understanding of Prahlad's qualities. We will do one and then we will continue tomorrow from where we left. Is that okay?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
Because it's 8:15, we have to stop out,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Nodvignachitto vyasaneshu nispraha श्रुतेषु दृष्टेषु गुणेषु वस्तुदृक् दान्तेन्द्रिय प्राण शरीर दिशदा प्रशांत कामो रहिता सुरोसुरः. Completely prashanta. Let's read this translation.
Somebody read? Anybody, please?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes.
Although Prahlad Maharaj was born in a family of Asuras, he himself was not an Asura, but a great devotee of Lord Vishnu. Unlike the other Asuras, he was never envious of Vaishnavas. He was not agitated when put into danger, and he was neither directly nor indirectly interested in the fruitive activities described in the Vedas. Indeed, he considered everything material to be useless, and therefore he was completely devoid of material desires. He always controlled his senses and life air, and being of steady intelligence and determination, he subdued all lusty desires. Hare Krishna.
So beautiful. These are all you have to map it against the Sanskrit thing and meditate more on. Actually, these few qualities that the Narada is speaking about his own disciple, telling to Yudhishthira Maharaj, that how with his qualities, transcendental devotional qualities, he conquered the Lord. He forced the Lord to be merciful to such an extent that we will see, if we have time, that the Lord is begging him to come and stay with me in my abode. He's saying, no, 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 I will not come to that extent. He is making the Lord bend to his desires. We'll stop here. Any questions, comments? Maybe a couple of minutes if you have time, you can do. Otherwise, you can stop. So tomorrow we'll continue from verse number 34 onwards.
Hare Krishna. Devotees can unmute, ask any questions or comments, please. Hare Krishna. Anyone?
Hare Krishna,
Okay.
Prabhu. Dandavat pranams.
Yes,
Thanks
Mataji.
for the
Yes,
wonderful class, Prabhu. Prabhu, when we were reading the qualities of Prahlad Maharaja, I suddenly remember this nectar of instruction, like Madhyama Adhikari, how he treats other devotees. Some of them were like that. But Prahlad Maharaja is a Uttama Adhikari, no, Prabhu? Or he is more than that, Prabhu?
He's Uttamadhikari. He's an
So
yes.
that's what I wanted to know, Prabhu. Because some of
Yes. So he's not discriminating. Whatever everybody is. If you see us go along later, you will see that everybody was very loving. There is no enmity at all. He doesn't even find any trace of enmity in anybody or envy in anybody. He just doesn't care. Just carries on this devotion. That is a success formula in devotional service. Even though others may be envious, it may be revealed to us time and again some different ways, but you just ignore it. This is natural for people to be envious in this world. But we should be compassionate about it. That is how Prahlad Maharaj showed us. The person who is the most envious person in this world, that is Hiranyakashipu, for him he was so merciful.
Hare
Thank you for
Krishna.
that.
Anyone else? Okay. So if not, just one kind of it's not a question. Suppose for today's discussion, if you had to put as a practicing devotees one line, what I should imbibe in my life, what we should think is the best thing. So many qualities we discussed. If I take one.
So basically, the first and foremost thing that Lord Himself is saying is Nirvairaya Prashantaya. So if you simply do devotional service like how Prahlad Maharaj was doing, you will be free of the enmity, hatred, competitive spirit. All these things should go away from our life. We somehow or other we should ensure that in this lifetime, by Guru's mercy, by Prabhupada's mercy, and by Krishna's mercy, somehow we should cultivate that at least some trace of pure devotion. At least little bit of experience we should have about the pure devotion. And pure devotion means no envy, no matsarya, no vairam, completely nirvairam. So that nirvairam is one quality that is required for us to do pure devotional service. And pure devotional service is the way you can get rid of devotion, Vairam. Right? So even if we are little bit envious or whatever, however much that is, if we simply keep doing bhakti like how Prahlad Maharaj is doing, and meditate on the transcendental qualities of Prahlad Maharaj, automatically we will be free of that very cancerous quality called envy. And then everything will be perfectly fine. That's how we should start off.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
Hare
Okay.
Krishna, Prabhu. Dandavat pranams.
Yes,
Thanks for a wonderful class, Prabhu. The title, Dimba in Stambha. That is the title, no, Prabhu?
Dimba, Dimba.
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 Dimba is the deity. Dimba is the deity. No? What is the meaning?
Dimba is baby.
Baby.
Dimba means baby.
Baby. Okay.
He's born from the pillar.
So
That's the only. It is the only form where he was showing that I can give motherhood even to an inanimate object like a pillar. Pillar gives birth to the Lord.
Nice, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Dandavat.
Right.
Okay, so
Supreme Lord is beyond contention, Prabhu. We cannot understand him.
Sorry?
The Supreme Lord is beyond, imagination. Like thought he will make the inanimate thing mother, gives the motherhood.
Inanimate thing to mother means it's always impossible. No? Only he can do it. We cannot. He cannot conceive. See, even whatever other things you may conceive a little bit at least, but his love for his devotees, it's inconceivable.
Yeah.
How much he loves his devotees is so inconceivable.
We only have to have a faith. That's it, Prabhu.
Yeah. So mercy. We are so fortunate to be guided by Prabhupada's literature, guided by Vaishnavas who are following these instructions. Prabhupada himself. Right. So see Krishna will we'll see. Hare Krishna.
So, Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you so much.
Thank you,
Tomorrow
Prabhu.
we can see Krishna will Hare Krishna.
Thank you. So thank you very much. So see you tomorrow again. We will sequence the session tomorrow. We'll end with the Vaishnava Pranam. Vancha kalpatarabhyasya kripasindhubhyascha bhavadibhyo Vaishnavibhyo namo namo. Antakoti
Jai
Vaishnavibhyo
Shri
ki jai.
Prahlad Shri Bhagwan
Shri
ki jai.
Prabhupada ki jai.
Prabhupada ki
Grace
jai.
Kalachakra Prabhu ki jai.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam, Prabhu.